Hello and welcome to the e-commerce leaders series, the podcast dedicated to helping founders and senior leaders navigate the future of online retail with AI. I'm your host, Bryan Kinghorn, Head of Growth at Luca AI, and today I'm thrilled to be joined by our guest, Heer Patel from 200 OK Solutions. So Heer, thank you very much for being here. Before we dive into our main topic of conversation, would you be able to give our listeners a little bit of information on you, your background and your business?
Sure. I think thank you so much, first of all, Brian, for making this introduction, and really glad that this podcast did happen. I'm here. I'm from 200 OK Solutions. I work into strategy and growth, and we have been in the industry for 13 plus years, and we have headed in UK. Majorly, what our organization does is we modernize existing businesses to help them ensure they get the maximum efficiency from AI. Intelligent business transformation, that is something which we are currently focused at. We have worked in this journey with multiple big organizations, helping them modernize their existing workflows, be it legacy modernization, be it adding AI so that there can be value delivered. Now, definitely, we are in an era of AI where every other day we see so many tools coming in, so many new strategies coming in. But at the same time, we are core engineers since 13 years. We have seen the transition from uh, monolithic architecture, and we kind of are in the journey of experiencing it inside out. So at the same time, I think, Brian, yeah, it's been a long journey, but yeah, at the same time, we have seen a good amount of AI transitions happening in the industry as well, and yeah, uh,
And,
that is pretty much. But yeah,
and how long have you been with the business here?
I have been for almost 4 plus years now. I've been a
Okay.
part of the organization, and at the same time, I think the uh, 200 OK has a very long journey in AI transaction as well. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what initially inspired you to start working for the company?
Okay. So I think it was back a few years back when I think AI was just a buzzword, not really ChatGPT was that much prominent as well. And at the same time, automation was something which I think most industries were focusing on to. And that's where 200 OK was kind of working with organizations, I think, where they were helping them go through three corporate merger and acquisitions. And at that time, the case studies which I read about it kind of really fascinated me to be a part of the organization. And that's where I think I got in touch with them. And at the same time, I had a chance to work there. So, yeah, there are a couple of products which we are building as well, in which are kind of making a change in the organization, in the industry, in the world, I would say. We have kind of developed few AI products which were really the ideas of those, the mission of those were really fascinating to me, and that is what kind of really wanted me to work with 200
Okay,
OK.
cool. And so what are some of the products that 200 OK do then?
So currently we have two products in the hospitality industry which we are focused at. We have three delivery centers. We have one in UK, one in India, one in Canada. In India, we have a large number of very small hotels. Okay, and at the same time, hotels is something where in India there are multiple small hotels which are not really even on Google Maps. Okay, so the problem which our app Yawasa is solving is that we are digitizing those hotels. We are digitizing the hotels which are not even on Google Maps. We are helping them, and we are offering them a very small, less than $1 monthly subscription, with which they can kind of have their whole hotel managed online. We are also working on some AI features which are like text to speech registration. So supposedly a guest just comes in and they can kind of just speak their information. Their information gets recorded within the app. Then that goes online and gets registered on the government portals as well. So that is the kind of features which we are working on. Well, it's in testing phase and going to be out soon. But the real challenge which we saw right now and the reason why we built the app was that there were so many small hotels in India which no big software company or no software provider was looking at because they cannot afford a very premium subscription. So for that, we have developed this. It is multilingual, so people who are not fluent in English also can use that. And it is as simple to use as WhatsApp. So those are the things which I think the concept of Yavasa was really fascinating for me, and I really believe in the idea of that. So yeah, I think we are digitizing those hotels, bringing them online, and that's the kind of one of the our products. The another one is for our high end kind of luxurious hotels. I think we have one hotel in UK where it is already live. Recreos is the product's name. That is kind of in activity wellness platform on subscription based model as well. That is for multiple hotel chains where you kind of uh, can have an admin access, a multi-tenancy where you can manage different kinds of profiles, and at the same time you can generate revenue from activities which are being ignored. By that I mean that in multiple even five-star resorts as well, there are activities such as spa, golf, and the usage of these activities are not being tracked accurately or under one system. So
Yeah.
Recreos kind of brings all of that together. You can generate custom reports. You can see on which day, which particular activity is being utilized most, and across all of the chains of your hotels. So you can kind of figure out which activity to stop, at what time which activity to run, and all those, and all that is AI integrated. So that is another product known as Recreos, which we have live. So yeah, those are the two products we are currently focused at. At the same time, our service offering intelligent business transformation, it complements both of these products.
Awesome. Awesome. Sounds good. And so you're in your role then as strategy and growth manager, is that correct? What's your main role? Like how are you how's your place in the business? What do you take care of and what do you look after?
Sure. From my side, I think I have in touch with all of these delivery teams at the and with the management at the time of the idea to the execution to the blockers. Everywhere, I think I am the connect between the delivery team and the management, and kind of helping them figure out the right solution and then ensuring it that it gets delivered, and then taking out on the strategy of the next quarter and how we are
Yeah.
gonna kind of help that execute, be it at the management level, what are the blockers which needs attention, what are at the execution level, what are the changes which we need to do, all sort of those things.
Okay. Awesome. So obviously your business is actually, helping, well, you're deploying AI, it's a core part of your business. But thinking about your role for a second within the
Mhm.
organization,
Mhm.
how are you using AI specifically to help you perform your role better?
Sure. I think as far as my understanding in AI, I've been very much keen about AI, be it reading Claude's latest papers, release papers, or being their part of Claude's Discord community, so that I am being updated of all of the recent updates which are coming
Yep.
in place. Where I see AI is there are four layers of it. A lot of people don't kind of understand that. Uh, First one is the basic layer, which I think this is this chat bots, chat GPT, Claude, Gemini, all of those. Then there is the workflows. Then there is this agents. And then there is completely automated agents working on multiple agents working on together. So kind of
Yep.
for us at the organization level on my role, I think the first two layers is pretty much where I think we can derive the maximum value at this point of time. That is being using N8N, creating workflows, which kind of can help automate few of the functions. Like I'll create a workflow. Okay, so I want to research on product ideas, for example, for the next quarter. What are the best products where, or which are the best products which we can consider building? Then I would just be creating a workflow which kind of goes to 6 different news channels, scrapes the data from there, goes to Google Trends, kind of researches which what is trending at what time, and then kind of have a Excel sheet to me with all of the data points to look at. So that kind of reduces a lot of my effort. So that is just one example of things that similarly goes on to which feature to get developed. Okay, so these are the challenges which people in my niche are facing. Okay, what are the things which technically we can deliver? What are the ones which we cannot? And kind of mapping those. So there is, I think NA10 has been a very helpful tool for me. I have been using creating multiple workflows for the same. So yeah, that has been a kind of a help in my existing role. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, sounds good. And what challenges have you potentially encountered with your use of AI, over the last few years?
I think the most important part right now is AI governance, how you kind of can govern the usage of AI. Definitely, there have been a lot of trending things about AI, which definitely you should be trying. But at the same time, governance is something which you should be really, cautionate about, because currently there is no specific, I would say, uh, person or dedicated person looking at AI governance in a lot of organizations. But at the same time, it is very important because, hey, today I'm using Claude. I have my whole enterprise using Claude. And then again, you're spending so much on tokens that kind of complements for 2 different new employees. So using AI strategically is something which a lot of people don't understand when they start using it. At the same time, trusting AI with everything is not something which you should be doing. So human in the loop is very much important. That is something I think I have seen people make mistakes in that. I have faced myself in terms of double checking the information. So yeah, those are the things which I would say with AI there are some challenges, but yeah, governance is something which I would say is the major thing. You know.
Yeah. Awesome. And then in regards to strategy, you mentioned strategies there in regards to like strategies for growth, it's a key part to your role. How are you using AI, or are you using AI to specifically help you on the growth side of the business?
Definitely, I think tracking KPIs and at the same time analyzing those using Claude has been really helpful, I would say,
Yeah.
which was something which used to take at least 7 to 8 hours a day. And now it can be done with a through-on analysis using Claude. So yeah, that is something which I am pretty much doing and has helped me a lot. And I would say other people in similar roles should look forward to using Claude for KPI analysis as well.
Okay, cool. And then is there anything out there that you feel like you haven't yet been able to get an AI tool to help you with, that you would like AI to help you with? Is there something that you haven't yet been able to find a solution for?
I think strategic thinking is something where AI still lacks, and that is something which you need a lot of context for it to get right. So investing that amount of effort in making that lot of context sometimes is still a challenge, I would say, with AI. And context building is something where I would say
Yeah.
definitely AI still lacks. Like there's a lot of effort involved in it. I think once that is done, that then it is smooth. But yeah, context building is something.
Okay. And in regards to, similar people in your type of role that maybe yet haven't quite adopted AI as much as what you have, what would be your advice to them to get them more further on in their AI journey?
No, I think definitely I would say AI is already here. It's like we need to start using AI for every other thing we do, because at the end of the day, it is making our job easier. It is making our job quicker. And if someone in my role or similar is not yet using AI, then I think they are definitely way behind of everyone else, because everyone is using AI. It's now how smarter you use AI. That is the real question. So yeah, that is what I would say to someone who should be, in my role or similar. Because at the same time, you only have 7 to 8 hours to work on a day, right? And AI can work for you 24/7. You can use OpenClaw to kind of run a whole person, 24/7, have a person 24/7, check your emails, reply to those. So that is something which AI brings on the table. So if you're missing on that, then definitely at least testing AI is somewhere you should start with.
Yeah.
Think about the most bottom, what is the worst thing today in your schedule. This is the thing which is taking maximum of my time today. Now how can I automate that? How can I make that easier? That's where they should start thinking, you know.
Yeah. Awesome. And where would you encourage them to start looking then if they have those sorts of questions?
I think you can start looking at again at, your supposedly today in my work day, the worst thing I have to do is kind of uh, analyze the efficiency of my team members, based on the timesheet which is there, right?
Yeah.
So that is something which can be easily automated, and if you do it manually, then it is going to take a lot of your time and your focus as well. So those are the things which you can automate using AI, and then you can spend more time on thinking towards what strategic thinking we should be heading. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. No, thanks for that. And looking ahead slightly then, again, thinking specifically for your role within the business, what role do you see AI playing over the next, 1 to 2 years? Like, how do you feel that will continually help you within your role in business?
I think AI, in terms of my role specifically, will definitely add a lot of value, given that it can act as your personal assistant in terms of gathering insights or generating new feature, what to develop. At the same time, retrospecting what has worked and what has not worked. Those are the things I think which will be done by AI completely. And that is something at the end, only a human in the loop kind of a thing would be needed. But at the same time, governance is something which I would say would be the real challenge. So yeah, that is somewhere I think there will still lack, but yeah.
Yeah. And then for the business as a whole, so for 200OK Solutions, what's their sort of vision over the next 5 years, and where do they want to be in that period?
I think in the next 5 years, we definitely want to have a lot of helped a lot of businesses build that kind of an AI infrastructure that can kind of deliver the value which they currently lack. Because a lot of organizations, our aim is to kind of help a lot of organizations get the real value of AI. We have done in our organizations. So we want to expand that to multiple organizations as well. We started out with helping our developers, giving just a license for Copilot, see how we can kind of get things delivered, which was taking 2 weeks in a week. And then with that level of efficiency. Now, that is just one example, but that can be across all the, you know, role functions, be it HR, be it sales, all of them we can kind of help use AI and get value. So our goal is to kind of in 5 years, we want to have multiple organizations be AI ready.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, that's all been incredibly interesting here. Thanks very much for your time and for sharing your expertise and knowledge. Before we wrap up, where can our listeners find you and the business online? Like, where is the best place to follow you or reach out to you?
Definitely, I think you can reach to our website. You can go to our LinkedIn page. definitely that is one place where we can connect. You can also connect on my personal LinkedIn as well. I'll just drop a URL here, and yeah, you can
Yeah,
follow us from there.
we can share that when we put the podcast live. Okay, well, here, thanks very much
Oh,
for coming on. It's been a pleasure having you on the e-commerce leader series. Thank you very much for a fantastic conversation.
thank you so much, Brian. Looking forward to hearing more from you and following your podcast.